Hello, hello. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. Yay, welcome. I'm going to mute y'all. You can unmute yourself here. Oh, it's so fun to see all these new faces. Hello, everybody. Yay. All right, so I'm just looking around to see who I see. I don't want to repeat. I'm kind of like, right now, my brain is in let's get ready for conference mode. How about you guys? I'm so excited. So we're going to do a couple different things. We are going to do a couple different things tonight. And so you can kind of keep it at your own pace. I find a lot of times that I do these power hours and then I don't get that much done. So I was thinking, man, if I have an hour just to work on my own, what would I want to do? So I'm going to go over just a couple little things that I covered on my last power hour because I think it was beneficial and the feedback that I heard back was pretty beneficial. Oh, Amy, I wish you could go too. Let me mute everybody again. I know that as new people get on. Okay. By all means, unmute yourself. If you have to contribute, I like this to be interactive if you have any ideas or input. So a couple things that I want to do is I really want to get ready for, I want to clean up our social media. I want to clean up our text. I want to get ready so that way when the announcement comes out, we can really get on the ball because you guys, we get paid to recruit and retain, right? Recruit, retain, revenue. That is like what our 3 R's are, I believe. It's been a while since I've heard Mike say it, but I mean, that's pretty much it. We get paid to enroll new loyal customers, to enroll and help ensure the success of new distributors, and then retain that business. And anything else that we're doing is kind of fluff, right? We need to let me mute everybody again. It's so frustrating. Is there any way to, yeah, mute participants on entry? I have that on, right? Okay. All right, on entry. Blast off. Okay, so that's what I want to do is I just want to be ready so that we can be focused on getting people in the door, getting them up and running. So I'm going to start with the things that I covered last week. I did record it just in case y'all missed it, but and then I've got a couple new tasks for you because I see some familiar faces and I don't want to have the same old for you. So one of the things that I talked about last week was cleaning up and streamlining your social media. And so you guys are in for a treat on Wednesday. I'm hosting again at 1 o'clock, surprise, surprise. And I am having my girl who's Snapchatter get on with me and she's gonna show you some ins and outs of Snapchat. It's hot. I'm old, I don't know it, so I need to figure it out, right? But so this will be exciting to learn something new. See if you can teach an old dog new tricks, right? So anyway, so let's go ahead and I'm just gonna share with you a couple things. Where are we at? Okay, so on Instagram, if you are on Instagram, one of the things that you can do is you can streamline kind of like a smart list, so to speak. Like you can add them into like a little folder so that way you can interact. Because I know some of us are messaging people. There's lots of really cool things that you can do with interacting with people and messaging them, asking if they'd be interested in trying a product, that kind of a thing. I typically only message my followers. I've only had one person come back and say, man, I hate it when you guys are spamming us. And I said, hey, listen, I'm so sorry, but I post about my business and you follow me. So that kind of made me think you're a little bit interested. And so I was just asking and you can say no and I can respect that. And that was it. And she didn't unfollow me. So we're still cool, I guess. But so that's why I don't randomly do it to people that are not following me. So anyway, so you can go ahead and one of the things that you can do is add them to the collections is what it is on Instagram, which is really kind of cool. So first you're going to go into your collections and create it. I've created 2 different groups. I've created like my potential loyal customers and a dream team. I don't even know if you need to get that complicated. I think maybe just 1, because you're basically just going to go into that to interact. Claire Flores had done a video before about her dream team and how she would interact. Like she might pick 5 to 10 people that she would say, man, I wish these people were on my team. We're talking about Instagram. And I did make a video, Carmela, so I'll post that on here too. So anyways, she goes in and she interacts with these people and just to kind of get herself known too. And then, and that's a really great way to keep track of them. So it's kind of like a smart list, if you will. And so I'm going to go ahead and copy this. I have like my little notes here. I'm going to put it in the chat. There is not a pay-per-view that I know of for conference this year. If they do one, I mean, it probably will not be announced till the day of, because I don't think that they want to encourage that, but I don't know that there is. Okay, thanks, Ashley. So yeah, there will not be one. Okay, so here is, there you go. So the way that you would go to your collections is you go to your profile. It's right here on the notes. Go to your profile, click the flag on the right side. I'm going to show you really, really quick. I don't want to take up too much time. Time is money, and we've got so much to do. We could probably have like a power 5 hour. Like I worked with Ashley. She opened it up. I loved it. We literally sat and worked for like 3 hours, I think. It was awesome because I got a lot done. So, okay, so I'm on my Instagram. And then do you see how there's this flag right here above that picture? See this? Let me turn down my, not so glary. So you can see right there, there's that flag. There, right there. So you're gonna click that flag, and then it's gonna open up like this area that says saved. So you can look on yours, and there's all in collections. So click on collections, and then you can create a little folder. So I have PLC, and I have a dream team. So the dream team is my code for my distributors, my PDTs, right? And then what you can do is when you are on, so you create those little folders, and then when you are searching and you see somebody that you are like, oh my gosh, this person I've been following forever, she's so cool, I want her on my team, she's cute, she's funny, she's witty, you're gonna go to their profile and you're gonna click that little flag underneath their picture, and then you're gonna add them to the folder you want. And voila, now they're in your collections, okay? So then what you do is when you're ready to go in and interact, all you have to do is go to your flag, go to your collections, click your dream team. You save any picture, and you can click on that picture. It'll bring you to that picture that you saved in time. But you can go right to their profile, and I can like, and I can go through and I can comment, and I can check in on them. So I can be very intentional with my time. So that's your Instagram trick, okay? Now, your Facebook, and there's a video. It's just a real quick video on what I kind of did, but it's closer. Uh-oh, of course the baby's up. So, okay, so then that's one way to streamline if you're working on that. The other thing to streamline we worked on last week was updating your smart list on Facebook. So if you're a Facebook person, I am, then you can go in and you can create a smart list, and you can update that. So I have lists for lots of things. Do you guys want me to show you? Is there anybody? Caitlin, me too. I am like struggling with the Instagram. I'm learning it. I'm so learning it. That's why, okay? And it's gonna take time, but this is the funny thing. This is when you know you become stagnant. So I've been with the company for 7.5 years, and I've been ambassador for 5.5 years. And I got to this point where I was kind of like, now what? What do I do? Like, I feel like I'm stuck. right? And I never learned Instagram because I didn't know Instagram. I'm like, well, that's the stupidest reason not to learn it. Like, have any of you been like, I'm not going to go there because I don't know how to do it? Well, seriously, well, then that's why we need to do it. So that's when we get old and stagnate. And so we got to learn it. Okay. So yeah, so you can do these Facebook saves. You can save on, well, you have to create the list on the computer, but then when you're on your phone, you can save them to a group. So it's really nice. Okay, so let me share really quick my messy screen. I'm going to show you the Facebook really, really quick. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? Thumbs up if anybody. Carmen, I can see you. Can you see my screen? Thank you. Okay, so what are we doing? Oh, what are we doing here? I hate when my things don't move. There we go. Okay, so here's my Facebook. So what you can do is you can go to, if you're on your home, you can go to your friends list. Okay? And these are your lists. Look at, I'm ready, friends. I'm ready for this and this. I happen to meet some people in India, so I thought, well, maybe we'll open it in India someday too. But anyway, so I got keto, I got my business page, I got my adoption mamas, I've got, like my crunchy granola mamas, I've got people that have been interested in hair, skin, nails, I've got my kids' friends' parents, I've got distributors, loyal customers. So I've got all these different groups. And you can just create a group. So you can create a list by clicking the plus button and creating your own thing. So that's how you make your lists, by going into your friends list and then going in and creating it. So then what you could do is, okay, so Jessica, let's say Jessica was a prospect of mine. She's a distributor. You can change what you see first. I probably shouldn't even be seeing her first, but I love Jessica's post. And I love her heart. So I do like to see her stuff. But, if you're seeing mostly distributor stuff in your feed, then you should fix all of this. I'm seeing a lot of my prospects because I'm interacting with them. So anyways, you go to the friends button, and then you can add to another list. So from there, I can pick what list I want to add her to. So I could add her to my prospect list. So if I wanted to, I could be like, oh my gosh, she's a hot prospect from Mexico. I could do both of them. So that way, okay, so friends, pick the list that I want to, because that way if I ever decide to make a post, I could be like, open, for business, whatever, in your area. So if I could do that, and then I could post it to my Mexico friends. I could say, oh my gosh, I'm open for business, and I can post it just to Mexico. And none of you guys can see my post if you're not on my Mexico list. Is that fun? Okay. But this is a really great way to hit up your prospects and be really streamlined. So if you have a hair, skin, nails post and you have people that were interested in hair, skin, nails, but they never closed, if you couldn't close them, you might want to put them on your hair, skin, nails list, because then that way, if we ever have a buy one, get one free, I'm going to take her off my prospect and my Mexico list because I don't have anybody yet. But, okay. So because that way, so what I'll do is I have people on my hair, skin, nails. If they didn't close, I'll throw them on my hair, skin, nails list. So that way I can do a post just right away if we have a buy one, get one free or something like that. Cool? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and really quick pull up my notes because I have, there we go. Here's a quick little, if you missed it, there's your update smart list. There's a quick little video. Okay, so that's the other thing. And then the third thing that I talked about last week was updating your phone lists. And you can use Mighty Text if you have an Android, and you can use the Reach app if you have iPhone. So you can do the same thing. You can put all of your prospects on one, so that way you can mass text and it looks like it's single text out to people. So the Reach app for iPhone and the Mighty Text for Android. I don't think I created a video for that. I might have, but it's not on my notes. So that's that. So those are some things that you can work on right now if that's kind of what you want to be focused on. The other thing that I wanted to just kind of look at was I just wanted to be intentional with our groups, and it's more of a Facebook type thing, and just interact with people. Because what I'm finding is the more that I interact with people, the higher they bump up in my news feed, and they're seeing my stuff and I'm seeing their stuff. And so I found that when I was interacting with them, I was seeing these people and they were interacting with me on different posts. So I would love for y'all to pick a letter, any letter. You can pick the letter of your first name and go to your friends list. And go to, so let's say I'm going to go to the end, okay? And this is a really good way to quick clean up, interact, and chat with. So go to the page, like, comment, and interact with them. You could even create a couple smart lists, and you could add them to your smart list if it's pertinent. I have a lot of people, I have a lot of friends, I have almost 5,000 friends, and I don't see nearly any close to the numbers that I have, right? So if I go pick a letter and I go interact with them, I can, if they're trashy and I'm like, this is truly not a prospect, what was I thinking? I can remove them. I can unfriend them, right? I mean, we're allowed to do that. I mean, I've been on some people's pages and they are so vulgar and I'm like, what was I thinking? They're never going to join my business. And I don't even know if I want them to join my business, right? So, so send them to somebody you don't like. Say, go join so-and-so's business instead. But anyway, so you can go in and comment. You can remove the people. Don't talk about it works unless they bring it up. If you want to just kind of increase that engagement thing. And then here's another cool thing. If you need to expand your friends list, if it's somebody that you're like, yeah, this person's pretty cool, go to their friends and add 2 to 3 people of their friends as friends. Make sure that they're not friends with other It Works distributors. Okay, there's enough fish in the pond that we don't need to step on toes. So make sure that these couple of their friends are not friends with It Works distributors. Make sure you don't have too many mutual friends. If you have a mutual friend here or there that's not an It Works person, then that's great. Because this is a great way to grow your contacts, interact, remove, and chat. Now, if you want to, you can even do the host a post. I don't know if you guys have been doing that or not, but that might be a good opportunity to pop in and ask for the host a post. Just, hey, I got a question for you. I can't think of her name. Who was the girl that posted it? Cute little brunette. Who is it? I'm sorry, can you guys hear me okay? Okay. Sorry, Chanel, I don't know if it was me or you, but Rachel? I can't remember the girl's name. Rachel Jones, yeah, thank you. Yeah, so she had posted about this. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
Your voice up and out.
What's that, hun? Okay, you can type it out in the chat. So yeah, so she was doing this host a post, and it's just another great way to interact. So if you feel like you don't have enough on your plate just from going to the letter and doing all that stuff, cleaning up, interacting, removing, adding to a smart list, you can do a host a post with them too. And so that's just, hey, I got a question for you. And I don't know if you've seen anything or what I do, if you would be interested, but I want to offer a free product to you, and you can pick that if you want to. I'm giving away such and such for free for those who post a post, but make sure you let them know that based on the amount of orders that you get from their post is what you'll send them something. You know, don't say that you're just going to send them something for posting, but that you will do an exchange for customers type of a deal. So that's that. So let me see. I'm copying Ashley's verbiage here. This is what she says when she says, after she says something along the lines of, a question for you. I mean, Rachel says, keep it very simple, right? You want them to be engaged with you. And then I think that was Ashley's from her power hour. This is her verbiage. Here is the rest. Okay. All right. Cool. Any tips? Questions?
I have a question.
Okay.
This has to do with Instagram. I notice sometimes when I try to post a picture that's got wording in it or something to do with It Works, that sometimes it's so large, you can't, I mean, there's no sense in putting it up there because the people couldn't read the whole post.
Oh, you mean when you go to put a picture up?
Yeah. If you put a picture up with wording.
On your stories?
Yes, and
yeah, it's
I
narrow.
It's so huge, and you can't really size it down. Is there a way to do that?
You'd probably have to go and use an app, like a picture app.
I've also, like, you could take a picture of it yourself. Like, I found that if you do something and save it to your photos and then bring it up and take a picture of it with your phone, that always works because it makes it smaller. And then
that's what I'm talking about. I've done that, and that's the way I usually post to my story, is by taking a picture of all of it together. And I cannot get it to post because it's too large.
She means like screenshot it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, screenshotting my post. Like, I'll make a post for Facebook and I'll screenshot it, and it looks great on the screenshot. But when I go to post it to my story or on Instagram, it's too large.
Mm-hmm. So a couple suggestions was PicZoo, which I have never seen before, and PicsArt. And I'll use PicsArt. And then I've also used the Rona.
And I use InstaSize.
InstaSize, okay. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I guess I would play with a couple different like apps. But I know I went to post things too, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is not gonna work for my stories. Because I know that when I'm on my Rona, the Rona Designs, so I'll show you, I'm gonna pick a picture, and it actually gives me an option at the bottom. It gives me an option at the bottom to like change my size of my picture. So I can do a square or a rectangle, and it even gives me like a 2-to-1 or correspondence. So that's something too that you might want to play with. Like, it's a 5-to-3, a 3-to-5, a 4-to-3, or whatever. I mean, I don't know what that all means, but it looks smaller. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'll look for those apps.
Yeah, that would be my best suggestion, really, at this stage of the game. Somebody did just say, how many customers would you need to sign up to give the host a free product. And I really think that's just, is that what you, Ashley, are you saying just one? Okay. And so Ashley, what are you doing? Are you just giving like maybe a keto coffee and a couple green samples, or, I mean, you're not giving a hair, skin, nails away for a loyal customer, are you?
Well, it just depends. Like if I have a new distributor that needs to be Fast Start qualified and they've already got one customer and I'm going to get $100 bonus, like I don't have a problem. But just do it based off, don't say exactly. Just say I'm going to hook you up with some samples or whatever you're comfortable doing. It could be a week's worth of greens. It could be a keto coffee packet. I mean, I have given away full bottles of hair, skin, and nails when it's got me, especially when you get to diamond and above and you make bigger bonuses. Like, I'm going to give away a free hair, skin, and nails if you refer me a customer. And then the way I look at it is that potential that just referred somebody to me, I mean, that becomes a potential customer as well for hair, skin, and nails or whatever I give them. Or I kind of talk to them like, do you have any goals? Because, maybe they're interested in, they eat donuts every day. Well, I'll give you a bottle of Fat Fighters and we'll see, So I just don't make any commitments to, anything specific and see what happens. If somebody goes on and orders the 5BV wow that we have right now, then that's not really beneficial for you to give away a whole product. But if it's a qualified customer and they're getting it for you that you wouldn't have got not having access to their friends list, do what you feel comfortable. I've done a week's worth of greens. It just kind of depends on what you want to do, but I do not give them anything. It has to be in exchange for a customer. So It's not just because they did the post for me.
Yeah, that's good. Well, and you're right. I mean, that's a really good point. I just secured a second customer. And so for me, that's $250. So yeah, is that worth a hair, skin, nails? 30? Yeah, it is. It totally is. All right. But, okay, I can post some samples too. That I am a collector. I am a former teacher, and teachers are the bestest at borrowing people's stuff. That's what we do as teachers, is we share. And so I have this like hoarding mentality now as a distributor. As you could see when I pulled up my notes, I have notes on notes on notes on notes. I have like 250 notes, probably while my computer is so doggy. But I just started printing them out and like, oh my gosh, what if my computer crashed? I wouldn't have my notes. So I got to save them 5 places. But anyways, there's ever an apocalypse, I'll have all of the notes here. Don't worry about it. We're good. So what I do is when I see people post really cool things, I have a note section that says distributor posts, and I copy and paste them to my notes on on Apple. And if I see loyal customer posts, I copy and paste them and save them to my notes. I edit them as I save them so that they're a little bit different, but then I can let them simmer for a couple weeks. So when I repost it, it's a brand new thing. And so what I've done too is I've also saved some of these posts that people are posting for the host to post. So somebody just asked me, what would you have your host post? And so we'll put that on here. And if you all have some good host posts, if you guys want to add to the chat, that might be something. This one's got a lot more emojis than I would typically use, but there's some. I really wanted to show you text replacement if you haven't done that, but I'll do that Wednesday. I better make a note. Wednesday we're going to do Snapchat, and we're going to do text replacement for those who haven't done it yet, because that is also awesome. So one of the things is make sure if you have before and after pictures to send them, like of somebody's results, like a corporate approved, they can post that on there too. They have them tag you, right? So I'm going to say, hey, would you do this for me? Make sure you tag me in your post. And then I'm going to watch her post. I am going to comment underneath, hey, so-and-so, I'm messaging you, check your inbox. And I'm going to friend the person that commented. And I'm going to send them a message so I can have them directly. And that's another way to add to your growing list of contacts, right?
I started putting people, I created a list too for shared post. So that way anybody that comments on, so say I have this girl, Stephanie McNearland, who's a distributor now, but we've been trying to track back for like ever where she was a shared post from somebody, but we can't figure out who. But, if I want to know like where people become my friends from. So if I friend them from a certain mom group or from a makeup group or, a dog group, I put them in Dalmatian lover, whatever. Like that's whatever group I friend them from. And it just is like that tracker for me to know where they come from. I swear you guys, I'm not very green. I'm really red, but it's like, I just want to know where people come from. But what I do is, when I do shared posts, I have my timeline set up to where I have to approve if somebody tags me. So I don't approve the tag to go on my timeline. So that way you can go back to your pending post and so the other day I did like 10 shared posts and I could go to my pending post and see each different post I did with each different person. And I could stay right there on that feed and reply to people because you don't want it to go on your timeline because you don't want, 2 or 3 people to be doing the exact same post because then it just looks like a big spamming thing. So that's how I keep up with it because it's really easy if you have multiple shared posts going on to kind of get overwhelmed if they start getting a lot of responses where you forget to like reach out to people, or you never know, there might be another It Works distributor that tries to swoop in and say, oh, well, I'm a distributor, when it's the post they're doing for you. So that's what I do.
That's when you punch them in the face. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. This is my post.
Guys, don't be that person for real. I'll tell you, I've turned many people into compliance when they get on my stuff because I would never do that to somebody else. It's wrong. You're like preying on their work. That's a good idea. The other thing too, what came to my mind when you said that, Ashley, I like that because I have it too, so I can keep track of all my pending posts, and I don't have to hide it. I don't have to approve it. It just stays there. The other thing you can do is if you look at somebody's post, there's 3 little dots in the upper right hand corner. You can click those 3 little dots and you can save it. So then you could go to your saved posts and you could see everybody there too. Ashley, do you think that would work? I think, because I've saved videos and stuff that way. And I think Barbara Bozer said that that's what she does. And so when you were talking, I thought, oh yeah, that's what she means. That's what she does, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, I can show you really, oh, never mind. It won't let me share my screen. I was gonna.
Oh, can I hand it over to you somehow?
You could probably click on the 3 little dots on my picture and add me as like a co-host.
I can. There you go.
Okay, so how I do it, let's see here. So if I go, hold on, let me pull up it. I don't want to lose my spot. Oh. Okay, so then if I go, come on, sorry guys, to my page, like, because you'll get a notification that somebody tagged you. So then you can click your items that you have for review. And
1,000?
Oh my gosh. So I don't add everything that people tag me in, just because I don't want my timeline to be clogged up with like just a bunch of other distributors that have tagged me in posts. But if I scroll down, sorry, it's in here, I swear. I know, I need to like spend a day to just go through, hold on, to go through and delete these. Oh my gosh, my computer is going really slow. I don't know why.
You can hide that stuff too, you know.
Okay, here we go. So here's like the first one. So then I add in a couple before and after pictures, and then I can go through and I could like reply to this girl, scroll down here. That one didn't have any. I can start replying to each of these. See, look, I missed 2 people by not going to, or by not going back and looking. So like I need to go respond to this person. But that's how I keep up with it and keep them all in one spot, so I'm not like just missing notifications.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like it. The other thing, you know what? I'm so sorry. When somebody asks me a question, it automatically sets my response just to them privately back. So I meant to post this publicly. That's why some of you are like, I'd like to see it. I'm thinking I posted it already. No, not to you all, I did. Okay. Now, you're mentioning about, here's another one. Oh my gosh, you guys are probably like, what are you talking about, all the emojis? Because I just posted it to my friend privately. And you had asked me a question. Here's Ashley's. This is the one that I copied from her. I try to give credit when credit's due, but then after a while, sometimes it all blends. Here's the other thing you can do too. You could ask, like, let's say you're getting a ton of hits on a post and you're getting shady people like commenting. Oh, I think you got to give it back to me. Post to say, oh, way to go, Ashley. Now you blocked me.
I gave it back to you.
Okay, I'm like, no, I can't even share. Okay. I love these messages. I always say, hey, join my business. If you got time to share, sharing is caring, right? What you can do too is you can go to your post. You'd have to, this is require a little bit of coaching on your behalf. But if you have somebody that's really got a lot of hits on it, I do this too. If I make a post and it's a killer post and I've got like 35 comments on it, on my business page, I can hide comments so people can't see it. But what I can do too is you can change the settings on your post so that only you can see it. So then what's cool is I can set it to only me, but I can see this post. And so then when I go back, I will have time to go back and comment with people. And so I'm not sure how you do it on a Mac, but one of the things that I like to do is I will hit Command and then click the person's name, and it opens it up in a new thing. So if I have a ton of people like this, like that are commenting, I would be like Command, hit Command, click, and you can see they all open up right there. So then that way I can go back and interact with people without getting out of my screen, without clicking and going back. So that's a fun little trick, but I have a Mac. So I think you can right click if you have a PC. So there's a couple little fun, just makes life a little bit easier for me. Okay. And no. Now what did I do? Stop. All right. If you hit Shift click, it'll open up in a whole new browser. So hit the Command. Okay. Great. Thank you so much, Ashley. Those were good tips. Anybody else? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording because my recording got all jacked up last time.